In this video, I'm going to be learning Japanese for 30 days. Over these 30 days, I'm going to be doing as much studying as possible to see how much I can learn. I have previous experience with Japanese, but only like very slightly. Like I learned a couple characters and that's it. I don't really know much of anything when it comes to Japanese. I just know like a couple words, couple like symbols, but like that's it. I really don't know any Japanese. So to start off, I tested myself on all the main hiragana characters to see how many I know at the start of this challenge. And so when I take the test later again, I can see how much progress I've made. Okay, so I got a 17 out of 46. So just 36%, so kind of bad. If that was a test in school, I would have failed. So hopefully by like the end of the week, I can have that be, maybe 100%, but I don't know if it'll be 100%, but maybe a lot better. Alright, so it's the end of the day right now, and I've just been like all afternoon practicing with this app on my phone. This is the Kana. It's called Kana. This is what it looks like. This isn't sponsored. None of the sites or anything that I use in this video is sponsored. This has been helpful, so I'm showing you what I've been using. You can learn hiragana and katakana on here, which I'm gonna be using for both of those. Like I just hit practice. I don't know if you can see. I just hit practice, so I can like choose. I can select them, choose like, oh, I want to do these characters or whatever, and then I can just go at my own pace. So I've just been going through row. I've done all the way to like the first 4 rows today, and I have them all pretty much memorized. So tomorrow I'm gonna keep knocking out some more. Hopefully by like the end of the week I should have them all memorized, and then I can start moving on to katakana. But I might even get that done before the end of the week. I might even start katakana before that. So yeah, that's how day 1's been going. Nothing too crazy, but tomorrow I definitely want to like wake up early, start getting on the grind, get a lot more stuff done. Just kind of practicing drawing the characters because I want to make sure I can actually have good handwriting in Japanese as well. So I drew the characters that I knew like the symbols for, so I like have these. I have them here too. I'm probably gonna keep doing this just because it's a good habit. I also retook the test again. 30 out of 46, 65%. So technically if I was in school I would have passed the test, but that would have been a D, and that's not good. So we're very close to like 100%ing this. So maybe I could do it tomorrow if I really try. I think it's possible. So I'm just gonna keep locking in. I'm probably gonna do even more tonight since the day's not over yet, and I might take the test again and see how much farther I can improve it. All right, it's 11:55. I just took the test and I got 37 out of 46, 80%. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm about to go to bed now, but I should have the rest of the main hiragana done by tomorrow. So I'm pretty happy with the results of today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got 100% for the basic hiragana. Pretty happy with the results of today. I am gonna keep going forward, just keep writing in like the notebook. I haven't like done like too many, but I've done like a couple pages, and I'm just gonna keep writing the characters, so that way I get better at that. And I've been using the writing tool on the Kana app as well, because I have the characters memorized in my head when I see them, or not in my head. They're not really memorized in my head, like visually, but like if I see it, I know which one it is. So, but sometimes with like when I'm asked to draw them, I don't know how to draw them. So I'm working on that, and I'm gonna keep writing and doing that going forward. So that's something I'm gonna do. Tomorrow I'm gonna do, I don't know what they're called off the top of my head, so I'll put it on the screen. Those things, I'm gonna do those. And then that'll just like finish up Hiragana. And then I might start katakana tomorrow, but I think tomorrow I really just want to like totally finish up Hiragana, get all of that extra stuff done, make sure I just have another day of like practicing the Hiragana, and then the day after I want to move on to katakana. So that's the plan, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it's the end of the day now, and it's been a little bit since I've made one of these videos like talking to the camera again. I want to talk about my progress so far. With Hiragana, I finished very quickly. Now, I did know some of the Hiragana before starting the challenge, but with katakana, it's been taking longer, and I feel like I have been somewhat slacking, so I've been trying to get on top of that and put in a little more work. But I also think that an issue that I've been having is I was doing the writing exercises more than I probably should have when first learning the characters. I don't know if it was the best way for me to start learning the words, and what I mean by this is I would first, like with Hiragana, most of the time I was just looking at the symbol and then saying which one it was. But with katakana, I switched, because with Hiragana, once I had known them, I started practicing writing them. Well, with katakana, I first started practice writing them, and that made it harder for me to remember them for some reason. And doing what I was doing with Hiragana is going to help me finish this up a lot quicker with katakana. So I've already started doing that today, and it's been helpful. So I'm going to continue doing that tomorrow, and hopefully I should have this wrapped up pretty soon. Okay, so on day 18 I just took a break, so I didn't do anything that day. And then day 19 I finished up katakana, and then today I started doing lessons on Busuu. I had already, previously before this challenge done some lessons on Busuu, so I kind of just like loaded that up and started reviewing, and it wasn't anything like too crazy. But today I looked a little bit into pitch accent stuff, and that stuff's kind of confusing me, but I'm gonna keep looking into that. I think what I'm gonna do next is like try to start doing some vocab, learn grammar, all that stuff, start to like be able to form some sentences. And I'm also gonna try to get some kanji memorization started before the end of this challenge. I spent a lot of time on katakana, and it was kind of because I found it to be like a little bit difficult, and my schedule was getting a little bit busier, so I had a little less time. It also was just kind of like a mixture of just being like slacking a little bit. It is what it is, and I'm gonna continue trying to finish strong, and I only got like 10 more days left, so those are the things I'm gonna try to do in those next 10 days. So I'll see you guys. Alright, now that the challenge is over, here are my thoughts. What I've learned, I learned hiragana, I learned katakana, and that kind of feels like the only big achievements that I've met. I learned really basic grammar and like a couple words, but I didn't really memorize much vocabulary, and I didn't really learn any kanji. Like at most what I can say is Hajimemashite, watashi wa Chris desu, douzo yoroshiku, arigatou gozaimasu, sumimasen. Really basic stuff. I think something that really started to mess me up was pitch accent, and I kind of let that hold me back from learning vocab because I really wanted to master the pitch accent of things, and it really didn't seem that hard to like master the pitch accent. Like I don't think it's that hard to like just memorize pitch that you say it. That's not what's like hard for me. It's just I'll see a word like written out and I don't know how they say the word, which is important because depending on how you say the word can mean like what it actually means. And I get that, you know, I'm not a native speaker, so people would still be able to kind of tell what I'm saying based off of the context, but if it's something that I can learn now and get good at, I think that's better than to learn the vocab, then learn pitch accent later, and then have to like go back and relearn all the vocab with the right pitch accent, you know? I feel like that stunted me with learning vocab, and if I were to continue this, I'd really want to find a good way where I can easily look up the pitch accents for words, so that way I can just practice that. Also, I think I should probably I want to probably make my own Anki deck, to be honest. Or maybe I won't, but if anybody knows like an Anki deck that I can use with if anyone knows like a really good beginner's Anki deck, leave it in the comments, because that was another thing. Like I was trying these Anki decks and I was just getting frustrated, and I don't know if it's just me. Like I want to learn things in a specific way, and I think that Anki was kind of throwing things at me sometimes that I felt was like, why am I learning this? This isn't what I want to learn right now. Like if I'm gonna learn body parts, I want to learn them all around the same time. Like I want to like start studying all the body part names. If I want to learn numbers, I want to do that all around the same time. And I feel like with Anki, it's kind of just like throwing a bunch of different things at you, which is like good, but I just don't think I'm at a level right now where I want to just be learning a bunch of random different things. Like I want to learn like things in the same general topic around the same time. Another thing I feel like I should have kept doing, but I didn't really do too much in the later ends of the challenge, was writing. And I know I did talk about writing. I was like, oh, well, I don't think I need to actually write that much more because it's like kind of like stunting me. I think it is something now I should just kind of pick back up against, continue writing, just to make sure I'm keeping up with the memorization for all these new characters. I feel like going into this challenge, I thought that I was going to learn a little bit more. I think I thought I would have a little bit more vocab and a little bit more grammar figured out. I still think I did pretty good. Like I learned hiragana and katakana. I made like big improvements in a month. Like I couldn't really do any of that stuff before, even though I haven't learned a whole lot of the language yet. It's only been 30 days, so obviously I can't learn a whole language in 30 days, but I do think I made good improvements. Learning Japanese is something that's going to take years and years and years of practice, and it's just going to be a very long process. I hope this video is able to show somebody what 30 days of practice can do. I'm not someone who is really good at studying. I wasn't really good in school with like studying and academics and all that, but even I could learn the writing system. I was able to find a way to just kind of like take time out of my day a little bit and just try to learn something and commit to it, which I'm pretty proud of. I hope this like shows somebody, like if you're kind of like me where you weren't really the best in school and you think that like, oh, learning a language might be too hard, you can do it. You know, I hope that like if you're watching this video, you're not thinking like, oh, this guy's like messing with the results and stuff, and like I really did do this for 30 days. Like I didn't bullshit. I didn't like, you know, cram in extra days and stuff. Like I didn't do that. I actually tried. Like, I just hope this is able to show someone, like, yeah, this is what 30 days of practice can look like. Like, you can learn the writing system. You can just make these little small steps towards your end goal. I think that going forward, I will continue to do this. If you guys want me to, I can make another video learning Japanese. I really did have a lot of fun during this challenge, and I think it is something that I would enjoy to continue doing. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button.